Hi guys, in this episode of RaidK, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent comeback of the girl group IVE with the song After Like. And I just want to for a second there comment on the fact that they sold like 1 million albums. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't mean it like in a bad way, I mean it like, since when do girl groups sell this much? Like, I know they're not the only ones even who have gotten like crazy amount of sales. Like, I think aespa also got crazy amount of sales. Blackpink obviously does. Like, wow, have we come so far from girl groups being praised for selling like 100,000 albums or whatever. Because remember, like, if you compare IVE to like Different, which was a popular group for a long time, they've pretty much sold, I'm pretty sure, more than Different as a whole did with this one album. Or very close to it at the very least. Like, it's insane how this is like a million seller. Like, what? Remember the time when million albums was even hard to achieve for groups like EXO and BTS, like when it was like the big deal. Like, wow, have we gotten a lot of album inflation. But I'm happy for them, I really am. And I'm curious to see how I'm gonna feel about this song, because IVE, well, they're not like my #1 group or anything. I do enjoy them, and I do find them interesting and unique, so yeah. I'm curious to see whether I'm gonna like this song or not. Although, with how songs have been this year for me, I don't really have very high expectations, so yeah, hopefully I'm gonna like it. But there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into IVE's After Like in 3, 2, 1. Wow, right into it. I mean, to be honest, the music video is like 3 minutes, so they kind of have to get into it right off the bat. But it is a little jarring. Dude, the outfits are really good. Very colorful. Ah, man. I think you already can see how I'm feeling about this. Dude, that outfit with that short hair looked really good. Ooh, that's a really cool shot. I think that might be the thumbnail for this video. Jesus Christ, with the fucking over-the-top fireworks. This definitely feels like a very high-budgeted music video. For whatever reason, it really suddenly started feeling like an end of the year kind of song. Jesus Christ, the fireworks. But yeah, honestly, I'm disappointed. I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but why did this make them sell like 1 million albums? Honestly, I think this is their worst title track. Not necessarily specifically quality-wise, because the quality still feels like very high and everything, but it's not really that interesting of a song. Like, IVE, 11 had a lot of ups and downs and a lot of things moving around it. Love Dive, I actually don't remember it much, so give me a second to just play it a little bit, I guess. Yeah, even Love Dive is so much more interesting. It's very much along the lines of what 11 was. But this just kind of really comes off very generic. Am I the only one who feels like that? And also the fact that we just jump into the song right off the bat without having time to kind of comprehend what is happening doesn't really help the song, but to be honest, that's just a minor gripe. But as a whole, it just feels very generic and uninspired, you know? I don't mean it necessarily to like shit on them or anything. I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm meaning it in a very critical way, but like, there's not much that drives the song forward. At least that's kind of how it comes off to me. It's just kind of there. And it just keeps going. Like, sure, there are moments where it's kind of interesting, maybe a little bit, but overall, it's just kind of generic. And I don't know, like, we started off the year so well with so many good releases, but in this second half, why are so many songs kind of sucking? Because, like, out of the last 3 songs that I've checked out in today's recording session, or at least for these 5 reaction videos, which I'll release in 5 months from now, all 3 songs have kind of been the worst songs, or some of the worst songs of the groups that have released them. Like Rocket Punch's Flash felt kind of generic and not as interesting as Chiquita. B1 Harmony's Dum Da Dum sounded kind of very out there compared to their typical like hard-hitting and rap-heavy songs. It felt far more soft and happy and playful. And this one, compared to the very intriguing and interesting songs that IVE does, feels very generic and straightforward K-pop. Like, by no means are all of these groups' songs the worst thing ever, but it's severely disappointing, especially listening to every song one after the other. It just makes me mad with every single songs that we listen to, how every single one of them continues to like be following this trend of not being as good as previous releases of these groups, you know? But yeah, we still have a second listen to go through before I say my final thoughts, but yeah, I'm honestly kind of disappointed by this, and I'm starting to it's kind of starting to boil over for me, because so many songs that I've checked out in today's recording session have kind of had this exact issue of being kind of generic and kind of uninteresting with not much driving the song forward. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Let's just get into the song one more time in 3, 2, 1. It's at least kind of an interesting music video, because they're kind of showing us things behind the camera. Like, they're showing us literally the camera that is supposed to like record her or whatever. That's kind of interesting. And it's like, again, it's not like the song is bad, but you cannot tell me this is more interesting than 11 or Love Dive. It has a little bit of a retro swing to it, and if at least kind of leaned into that more, I could have enjoyed it as much as like Everglow's La Di Da or Rocket Punch's Chiquita, but it doesn't lean into it much, so I don't really enjoy it. Okay, this part here was the only part that actually felt like it had something going for it, honestly. The only part that didn't come off as kind of generic. And this is still a catchy song, don't get me wrong. If you enjoy it, that's completely fine. I'm not trying to tell you not to enjoy it. I just think their previous two title tracks were far better. And far more interesting as well. The fireworks definitely are helping this final sequence though quite a lot. Well, after like, it's hopefully a better song. Okay. Yeah. I think I pretty much said everything I had to say about this song. Just comes off kind of generic and not really as inspired as some of their previous releases. I don't hate it, I just don't find it as interesting as those, and thus I don't really think I'm gonna listen to it much. It's still a good song for what it is, but it could have been better and more interesting, you know? So in terms of rating, I'm still gonna give it a 9 out of 10, because for the kind of generic-ish song that it is, it's still pretty good, and that final sequence is really cool with the fireworks. It definitely makes it very exciting, but as a whole, I'm disappointed again. Which is a shame. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Comment down below, how do you guys feel about this song? And also, before ending this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 6 patrons on Patreon. Omari Bridgman, Deadpool, August Dice, Corby Dead, Drew, and Gacha Foxy. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you decided to support me and have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do. That being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman. I'm not quite sure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people, but that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really accept the fact that I'm trans if they found out, there is not really a feasible or easy way for me to transition here with minimal repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything, so if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's fine, don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me out get out of this situation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!